all right. Sorry about that. Had to get that little situation taken care of. So send out the link one more time. Cause yeah, man, I be on the StreamYard stuff and I'm sharing it, and some stuff just be happening spur of the moment. But I want to get into some things today. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go, and people will hop back in. Comes along. All right. So I want to talk about why this whole Doctor Strange release week thing has really shown that there is a nail in the coffin that's going to be entering the old regime's crypt, this weekend, yo. Like, my hype level for this movie has been so insane. It's been so much past what I thought that it was going to be, right? And so much deeper than that, right? This movie, I think, is going to be massive, guys. And I don't think that there's anything that is going to come from this that is going to reflect well upon the old regime at Warner Brothers, yo. They could have easily gotten to this point where they had a project releasing, right, that people are this passionate and hyped for, um, you know, and they chose to go in the other direction, right, and do things that was kind of to the antithesis of, what its fandom wanted, right? They, we wanted a cohesive universe, right? They decided to go in a different direction, right, and have these projects that were going to be separate, right, and not necessarily, you know, telling a cohesive story. And, that's what we all wanted, right? That's what we all wanted. And they chose, after they kind of got rid of Snyder, they chose hey, well, look, we don't really have anybody with a plan, right? So we're just going to kind of let everybody do what they want, right? And, not try to, really interfere and just set up this whole multiverse thing, right? And do it that way. Yeah, and it's gonna, it has really blown up in their faces, yo. Not only did Marvel beat them to it, right, but you have a situation where they're about to blow the lid off this whole multiverse thing, I feel it, they're about to blow the whole lid off of this multiverse thing. Um, and it's just funny, right, seeing some of the comparisons and the similarities, um, between these movies. And the people just aren't kind of wanting to accept some harsh truths, but I'm gonna get into all that. Hold on one second. Let me send this link out real quick, because this is, oh yeah, we about to get to it though, guys. We about to get to it, because yeah, let's get to some of these comments first. We got Socks in here. What's going on, Socks? Much love, and appreciation, yo. Always nice to see you in here. Got Chad Snyderverse. What's good, Skywalker? Multiverse of Madness is gonna be insane. I got my tickets for this Thursday. I'm going on Friday, yo. I'm going on Friday night, and I'm super hyped, yo. I'm super hyped, yo. And I haven't been this hyped for a movie. I'm pretty much more excited for this than I was for No Way Home. I think. I'm pretty sure. and it's just really unfortunate, yo. Hold on, let me. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Yeah, it's just really unfortunate that us DC fans have had to kind of put up with all this stuff while we've watched our you know as we watch the competition just kind of get spoiled, right? But the chickens are coming on the roost. We got Captain Ramsey in here. Yo, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? We got Socks in here. I'm hyped for Doctor Strange. Yes, I'm an MCU guy. Yo, it's all good, yo. The MCU keeps their fan base fed, yo. They really do. They really do keep their fan base fed. And so, you know, hold on, let me do this on here real. It's just, it, uh, it sucks to kind of see, all this stuff going on the other side of the street. We got Chad Snyderverse. Good evening, Socks and Captain. What's going on? What's going on? Captain Ram says, I cannot wait for Multiverse of Madness. F that trash, Flash, nonsense. Yo, I'm with you, yo. They got a lot of convincing to do with this Flash movie. You got Bad Dan in here. If WB DC stuck with Snyder's plan, they would have earned their Doctor Strange moment by now. Absolutely. Yo, not only just that, Bad Dan, but we would have been pretty much like done with a lot of this stuff by now. Right? And it would have been time to reboot. It would have been time to reboot. And they could have done their whole Flashpoint thing or whatever, right? And it would have all been fine. Snyderverse is the best for the DCEU. I agree. Chad says, unfortunately, I got spoiled for the film, but now I'm even more hyped for this Thursday. Yo, I've been going so hard. Like, that's how I know that I'm like super hyped for this movie. I've been going hard about these spoilers, yo. I don't want no spoilers for this film. That Avatar 2 trailer leaked out. I refuse to watch it. The first time that I want to watch that trailer, I want to be, watching it on an IMAX screen. So yeah, and yo, I'm in a group chat, and I was all telling people in the group chat, like, yo, but y'all better not spoil this film, and we'll do it the move, and yo, I'm dead serious, yo. That's how I know it's real. That's how you know it's real. Got Chad Snyder saying, hey, Bat Dan. Captain Ramsey saying the Flash Solo as a multiverse film doesn't even make sense. WBO regime need to go ASAP like yesterday. Yo, it's all good, Joe. It is what it is because I don't think they got no control no more. But it's just that a lot of these things that you're seeing kind of like happen now are things that were happening necessarily like before they left, right? So, or before the merger happened, right? Like that's the way that these things work. That's why you had Walter Hamada and Toby Emmerich trying to hurry up and greenlight all this stuff and literally trying to fast track everything because once you get those balls rolling, like it's kind of hard to stop them at a certain point, even if you do have a new group of people that is in charge, right? So that's why, I think you're still kind of seeing some of this stuff be talked about. And, but some of it is getting cleaned up, like that Wonder Twins, Joe. That came and went real fast, right? Here, same here, but I like what I saw. You got would have been a good sequel Flash film with a few adjustments. I agree. This is not the first Flash movie that we should have been getting. This whole multiverse thing. But hey, look, we're gonna get into all that. Bad Dan said, I got my Doctor Strange 2 tickets for Thursday. I'm rewatching Doctor Strange 1 tomorrow. I actually rewatched it yesterday, and then I watched a bit of WandaVision as well to kind of go back over that just to get a quick refresher where that ended off at. I'm gonna watch What If, and then I'm gonna watch Spider-Man one more time before I go to the movie on Friday. I'm super hyped, yo. I should not be this hyped for a damn MCU movie, yo. Like my hype level is off the charts, and that's just me being for real. Like I'm not caping, I'm not capping, none of that. And bad damn, you say go PlayStation? Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Don't trigger me in here, man. Just as hard as I go for the Snyderverse, I go that hard for Xbox too. So, TJ saying for a minute, I thought I missed the stream. What's going on, everybody? Nah, man, it was like some technical difficulties, in the end. But I'm still learning how to use StreamYard, so I really didn't have to end it. But I figured out what I had to do though. So, yeah, that's that. But Captain Ramsey agreed back then, if done right. TJ saying, I honestly still haven't watched Doctor Strange 1. Yo, I mean, it was cool. It had a few funny parts in there. It was kind of Iron Man-ish, right? But just like with a different skill set. But a lot of the themes in the movie are kind of similar. So, but I thought that it was pretty cool, but the second one, it like about to be off the chain, yo, and I'm super hyped. We got Captain Ramsey here saying, "Hey, TJ, yeah, it's always a beautiful thing when TJ can come through. I got to get back on Sundays, man, because I already know. You know what I'm saying? Um, Captain Ramsey, but the critics punked WB somehow. That's what happens when you got people that's not necessarily, that's on your team, right? Like, or that got that gall and that guff to keep going, even though people are kind of saying what they're saying, they shouldn't have, backtracked, yo. Like, you need a strong personality to say, like, hey, because not everybody is on the internet, yo. Like, I wasn't super big on Twitter or anything like that when these movies came out, right? And so, I had to get on there to kind of start trying to defend this movie, right? So, I think that, if they were paying any kind of attention, they should have noticed that it was trending upwards. It was doing better than the MCU when the MCU started out, right? So there was no need to kind of deter, right, and then do something different and then just kind of wreck the whole ship, right? Where you've seen the MCU go through lulls and ups and downs, right? Where people have been kind of going back and forth about, how the quality may have dipped in some of their movies, right? But what do? Right? They get everything back on track, and now they about to have two straight bangers coming out back to back in like less than what, like 6 months? Less than 6 months apart, you're gonna have like what was arguably the biggest movie of last year, going, and now you're gonna have another movie that can be arguably the biggest movie of this year, right? So, as much as I've had a problem with some of the content that the MCU has kind of put out, I do have to respect this track record that they've been able to accomplish and the things that they've been able to do for their fan base, right? So I do got to give it to them. Jackson, same. I need to see the Avatar 2 trailer on the big screen first. Absolutely. I've been seeing a lot of Avatar slander, yo, and I'm not here for it, Joe. Avatar was a great film. Everybody want to sit up here and talk about, oh, the CGI wasn't even that good. That movie was groundbreaking. And it wasn't just the CGI, it's because it was like performance capture. That was like one of the first like big movies that really did it to that extent where you could literally be looking through the camera and see them as they were going to look in the movie. Like, that hadn't been done before. So I'm not here for all this Avatar slander, yo. Avatar 2 about to be off the chain. James Cameron's a fantastic director, and I'm not here for it, yo. Not here for the Avatar slander. Yo, what up, Sith Holocron? Much love, much love, much love. Socks, Wonder Twin power is deactivate. Absolutely. Captain Ramsey in here laughing. Bad dancing. I'm still rooting for this Flash film to be good. I hope it is good. It's cool, man. Yo, I get nothing from like this Flash movie being bad. I get nothing from that, right? Like I like the Flash character. Matter of fact, my little brother, his favorite character, like his favorite comic book character is the Flash, right? That's an absolute fact. His favorite comic book character is the Flash. So I get nothing from this movie being bad. I hope it's good too, but you know, like I can't help but feel like a movie that started out with such bad intentions is just more than likely I don't think it's gonna work. But you know, Andy Muschietti, I'm gonna go see the movie, so he has all the right to prove me wrong. Integrity saying Zack Snyder Just League 2 is inevitable. You know it's inevitable. We know it's inevitable, and they know that it's inevitable. They just trying to look. I'm gonna get into them haters later. Got bad dancing. I have a friend who argues critics professionally know what makes a movie good because they went to film school. Man, look, I'm not gonna get into all those, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Then people be tripping. Because like what makes your opinion never mind. Mega Deuce saying, what did I miss? Look, we just getting into it. We talking about this Doctor Strange and its hype level, yo. That's what we talking about. Catherine Ramsey, same Jedi. I wasn't around on the web back in the day like you. I was a defender of the original DCEU vision, especially released in Snyder Cut days. I feel that, yo. And like a lot of people that was there from that point, they kind of saw that, you know, this is how these films are kind of discussed and how they're swayed throughout production and post production and all this stuff, right? Like, that's why I was like, yo, I got to get my voice out there because if all these people are sitting here, um, and their voice and how much they don't like it, right? And it just seems like they're the only ones that's being listened to, then I gotta come voice about about how much I do like it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why we here. That's why we here. Integrity saying, I have never watched a movie and complained about the CGI. Yo, it's like very rare that that ever happens, yo. I mean, there's been some movies where it's kind of taken me out, right? Where I didn't like the third act of Black Panther, that especially that last fight, because I felt like the CGI was kind of cheesy and it was hard to kind of tell what was going on. But that's usually when I have a complaint, is when I feel like I can't tell what's really going on, right? But that never happened with that with Avatar. I doubt anybody can sit here and say that, hey, the CGI on that movie was so bad that I just couldn't tell what was going on. Like, I doubt that that's gonna happen. So, but it is what it is. We got Red. What up? Skywalker the Blueprint. Yo, hit that like button, you guys. Much love to Rhea. Much love to Rhea. She's my favorite content creator. Facts. Much love to Rhea. Rhea Skywalker says he's giving up Xbox and switching to PlayStation. I never said that. Yo, but real talk, I always get both. I always get both, but I just always get Xbox first. And I'm gonna get a PS5, but I'm waiting until they shrink it, man. That thing's too big, yo. Like I like my living room a certain way, and it's too big. Once they shrink it, I will be buying a PS5 though. You got Rhea in here saying what's up to everybody. Everybody's showing love to Rhea. Rat Dan said, why not have both? See, no, I am gonna get both. I am gonna get both. Bad Dan said what Sony and Microsoft should do is make a hybrid device that plays both Xbox and PlayStation. It's never gonna happen. And it's cool, right? I don't mind getting both, right? You gotta have that competition. You gotta have that competition. Rhea says integrity. I think the times I had issues with CGI are when I see a movie in IMAX and it's right in my face. When it's 1080p, it all blends better. Bad dancing CW, he complained about the CGI. Chad saying he got all the stuff. Sox and smash that like button. But look, let's get back to the Doctor Strange tip, yo. Like this movie, man, like the hype level is off the charts, yo. And it's just so ironic, right? That we were supposed to like, as we saw, Zach was already setting up the multiverse in Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? So it was already being established, right? Just like everything else, right? Um, like look, DC should have beaten um Marvel to the punch with the black superhero with Cyborg, right? They should have beaten Marvel to the point of doing the Asian superhero with the Atom, right? They did with the first female like big budget superhero film with Wonder Woman, right? Um Marvel obviously did the first team up, right? But they were in a position to do a lot of these things before the MCU was even thinking about it. They had the first superhero fight, right, with Batman v Superman. Um, they were setting up the multiverse, right? So we were gonna probably get a multiverse film before last year, which is when No Way Home just came out, right? But we didn't get that, right? So now the MCU established it in Spider-Man, and now they're about to blow the lid off this thing with Doctor Strange. Because I don't like, yo, I think there's gonna be a lot of surprises in this movie, yo. You know, even though we know about a couple, right? I think there's gonna be a lot of surprises in this movie. I don't think they're playing around, yo. I don't think they're playing around at all. And it's insane how hyped I am, yo. They about to bring in Professor X. I love the X-Men movies, yo. And now we about to be at the point where this is all getting introduced in the MCU. Like, yo, you go. Do you guys know how long people have been calling for like these X-Men characters to be interacting with the MCU characters? I mean, this has been asked of like for so long. Now you're about to now you're about to get it. What if Hugh Jackman is in this movie? Like, we don't know who's gonna be in there. What if Wesley Snipes is in this movie? We have no idea. Like, we have no idea who's gonna be in this movie, and everybody is on the table. This is gonna be a massive film, yo. Red saying, "Yeah, the PS5 is an aircraft carrier." Hey, she said it, not me. Um, Captain Ramsey said, "I hope the multiverse of madness has far-reaching implications, like any character can show up from a former Fox, Sony, or Universal property in any latter MCU film." I don't think it's off the table, yo. Like, yo, we just saw that, nothing's off the table. First of all, they own half of Hollywood right now. Like, Mega Dude saying there aren't any next gen games, modern gaming is dog crap. Look, I love my Series X. I've been loving it. I've been having a great time. I'm loving my 4K, my native 4K, and my new TV and all. I'm excited about current gen. It's been dope for me. I can't speak for everybody. I'm not a PC gamer, you know what I'm saying? But I've been cool. I've been eating good. Game Pass is lit. Integrity says, I hear you. I guess I just don't care about CGI much, as long as the special effects look better than Superman 4. The Quest for Peace, right? Bad dancing. Too bad Marvel doesn't have that competition, but it will. So absolutely, yo. Look, that's a great comparison, right? Because if anybody's in the game in here, you'll know what happened, right? That what I'm about to say is right. The prior generation to this last one, the Xbox 360 pretty much like owned the mind share of gaming, right? Of like, the zeitgeist or whatever, right? And going into that next generation, they was kind of hot, they was kind of hot headed, and it was like, yo, we think we can just kind of do whatever, and we're not going to have any competition. And then they faltered, and then the Sony PlayStation 4 took off and sold like gangbusters, right? And then it's funny because the same thing seems to have happened with them, right? Where they got too cocky and confident, right? And then now the Xbox has taken over again, right? But that's my point. Competition is imperative, right? Like, you have to have competition. And it's funny, right? Because if you kind of look back when Disney was kind of going through their lull with some of the Marvel content, in my opinion, right? The WB DC stuff was at its lowest, right? And then now that, they're kind of ramping up again, now we're about to get some real competition over on the other side with DC, and I think that it's going to be a beautiful thing. I think that competition is very, very important, and it keeps these things fresh because you have to come with new ideas, or else you'll get passed up. Captain Ramsey saying, once the multiverse broke open, no putting it back, in my opinion. Go crazy. Ray saying, Doctor Strange on Thursday, got my matinee ticks. Yo, once you see it, you know what I'm saying? Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a few thumbs up or whatever. Just let me know what you think. But I'm going on Friday, so I'm going on Friday night. I don't know why. I just prefer going on Fridays. I always like, it's something special about Friday for me. TJ Ransom, hi. Bad Dancing, calling it now. We are getting a Henry Cavill cameo to set up a DC versus Marvel movie. Oh my God. I do not want that to happen. I do not want that to happen. TJ saying, imagine if Henry was the Kingdom Come suits after he was done with the Snyder art. Oh my God, yo. Yo, Kingdom Come is my favorite DC run ever. Love that. Love that story. Yo, and for us to get like a Kingdom Come live action story, yo, that would just be insane and incredible. And I literally probably faint. Bad Dancing, just no Ralph bonus this time. Shout out to WandaVision. Bad Dancing, no one needs to pain. Necron, Necron's in the building and was watching Raw. What's up, everybody? What's up to you, Necron? You get the bicep taps, yo. Real talk. Necron's my guy. Mega Deuce, I got a Series X, but I'm waiting for the games. Halo or Elden Ring is about it. Yo, I've been playing a bunch of stuff, yo. I actually just got into the new WWE game too. My brother was kind of on me about it. Bad Dan saying, normally I'm a $5 Tuesday person for movies, but for Doctor Strange 2, I'm making an exception. Yo, you better, yo. You better, because I think that this movie's about to be crazy. And I think that you're gonna have to see it before all them spoilers get out there. Because I already chance it when I go see him on Fridays. So, you talking about Tuesday, whatever, yo. I don't know if you can stay off the internet for that long to where you wouldn't get no kind of spoilers. But nah, just but back to this incompetence, yo, at WB, like, this is it's just so ironic, yo, that we just come, in a full circle. And now, like, look, Doctor Strange had about the same production budget as the Batman, right? So this is why a lot of these fans of that movie got kind of cornered, and they didn't even realize it, right? Because they're sitting there and they just been digging themselves into a deeper hole, right? Like they're like, oh, the Batman, right? Um it made 750 million. Oh, it's not a flop. Made a lot of money, right? With a $200 million budget, $200 million marketing or whatever, right? All that. But then when you ask them, like, hey, well, look, B- BVS had a $250 million budget and it made 872 million, but that was a flop, right? Even though they just spent 50 more million and they made over 100 and something like more, right? So, it's just like it's funny, right? And now you have this movie that had a $200 million budget. It's probably gonna go and make, you know, what about 1 point something billion, easy. So, like, what is this, like a super success, or and it's just really funny that they got to this point by doing what the fans wanted, right? Which was giving um them a cohesive universe, right? Like, I don't understand how anybody thought that these like little one-offs were going to be able to compete with like yo, what about when the Avengers movie comes back out, right? Like, and you're going to be doing these solo Batman movies. This was the old regime's way of thinking that they were going to be able to compete, right? Was doing these little solo flicks that weren't going to lead to anything outside of their own little stories, right? And it was just never going to hit the same. It was never going to hit the same, right? We got Captain Ramsey saying, have any of y'all been to a 4DX cinema? It's so badass. You feel the action. What a fun format. I actually just heard about that the other day. And that's the one with the chairs or whatever, right? And then there's another one that I just heard about with screens on the side. So I don't know, like, I'm more traditional, and I like that big IMAX format, and if I'm gonna go see a movie anywhere else, there is a Alamo Draft House down in LA that I like going to because they're really serious about, the noise, and you get the food and the vibe. It's just on 10. So I'm either pretty much like there or at the Chinese theater. If it's something big, I'll go to the Chinese theater. If not, then I'll go to Alamo Draft House. Shout out to Alamo Draft House too. They need to sponsor me because I'm always getting people to go there. Necron says Doctor Strange got my tickets for Saturday night. Yo, it's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be an event, man. Like, I'm really looking forward to going to go see this movie. All the cameo possibilities, right? And look, and then just think, right? If DC would have given us what we were supposed to get, right? If they would have given us what we were supposed to get, and then they gave us this Flash movie, or like this Flash sequel, which it would have been by now, right? Where it like really just broke open the multiverse, and they finally like did like an actual like Flashpoint movie, right? Wouldn't you guys be way more hyped right now? Is that a fair question? Like, I really think that everybody would be way more hyped and on board if we would have actually gotten our cohesive story told, and then they would have went back and then broke the multiverse open and then brought in Michael Keaton and all these other characters, right? They could have brought in Brandon Routh and like all these different iterations, and it would have been cool, right? And then that would have been coming out right around the same time right now as Multiverse of Madness. It's just crazy when you really think about everything that's happened and how big of a bag that was fumbled on the part of Warner Brothers, yo. Like, they really fumbled the bag. And then these people are really expecting like us to really believe that nothing's about to change. right? That Toby's still gonna be there. Like they're celebrating this stuff. Like, yo, man, look, this is crazy. TJ saying if y'all haven't give Moonfall a look, it's that good. All right, I'll check it out. That's a what's his name? Is it Roland Emmerich? The guy that did Independence Day. He always does like these big disaster movies, right? And after a while, they kind of all started to blend in. So, but Moonfall looked pretty cool though, so I might check it out. Captain Ramsey says IMAX is a plus and Dolby Cinema is great as well. You just like my friend, he enjoys standard. No, look, I love three. Look, well, I did love 3D. I was a big fan of 3D. Um, you know, but I just think that sometimes if I start doing like a little bit too much, like the 40X, like with the chairs and everything, I might start thinking about too much stuff. And I just like to focus. You know what I'm saying? So, but shouts out to all that stuff though, man. However, anybody likes to watch movies, big ups to them. I just don't like people that say that they can watch movies on their phone and it's the same. I hate that. I really, really hate that because it's not the same. And don't act like it is either. And most importantly, don't try to tell me that it's the same because it's not. Like Bad Dan saying, another problem with starting out with this multiverse Flash movie is now a sequel is going to feel like a lesser story. Yeah, right. Like when you actually get his like him against his rogues gallery, which is what this should have went, which is what this first one should have been. It's gonna feel like I mean, look, maybe there's no going back now. Maybe they're just gonna keep flashing this multiverse time jump stuff, man. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But I think that when a certain somebody is back in the building, he might have a little something to say about that. Chubby Teddy saying, "Man, I want this MCU movie to be successful just to make Toby and oh my god, yo, you crazy." I feel you though. Captain Brandon saying, "Oh, saying, of course we'd be hyped had WB followed through on Zach's through line, then introduce the multiverse. Absolutely, but we can only dream." Yo, it's crazy, man. And then we were gonna get The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then how was that gonna incorporate The Rock, yo? How was that gonna incorporate The Rock? How will he? Chubby Teddy saying, I remember when BBS in Civil War plagiarized BBS. I fought tooth and nail for that DCEU, but because we know with that clown table, I want this Doctor Strange movie to be egg on that here for them fools. I feel it, yo. Like the clown table, yo. They not only did they take our passion, right, and they use that to um kind of like market their movie for them. They refused to market it and had us do it, right? And then we made them a bunch of money, and then they turned around and like spat on our faces, yo. They spat in our faces and then told us that it was raining. And they thought that, nothing was gonna come of it, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if that, was a huge part of what led to this whole merger happening. Because look, just imagine, right? You're AT&T and T and you buy this company, right? But you're not in the entertainment business like at all, right? So you buy them, you put certain people in a couple places, right? But you keep a lot of Warner Brothers big brass like intact, right? And then they're telling you like, hey, look, this is our plan, right? But they plans ain't making money, right? They plans ain't making money. And then you go and say, hey, well, why do all these fans keep asking for this Snyder cut? And they're like, ah, nah, it's just nothing, right? We don't got to put it out. So you like, yo, look, if it's gonna make us some money, we gonna put it out. So you put it out, and then it's a massive success by all by all accounts, right? It's a massive success, global phenomenon, right? All this happens, and then these same and so you, the owner, you're like, yo, I want to double down on this. Let's let's like make more of this. This is making us money. These these people like, oh nah, we don't even got to do that, right? We should just do this other stuff, and we should do like separate universes, and not really. No, we don't need to go back down that path. That's old news, right? AT&T like, yo, we got to get these fools up out of here. Like, at what point would you, that owner, be like, yo, like, you telling me that we don't need to do this and that I should listen to you, but you and your ideas ain't making us no money. And something that we have that's making us money, you telling me don't invest more into it. You gotta go. And then, right on their way out the door, you got this Batman movie that was mid, right? Wasn't better than any of the previous Nolan movies, even by a lot of people that like the movie will at least admit that it's not better than any of the Nolan movies, right? It didn't make as much money as the last theatrical film with Batman in the title, right? And it's rebooting a character pretty much, right? Whereas you want to do a connected universe, and this character can't even connect with any other characters outside of his own universe, right? So you want to have Batman in a movie with Superman and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and all these other characters, but this Batman, you can't even do that with him. Meanwhile, you're having all these problems with multiple Batman and all this stuff going on, and your direct competition just had a movie with three Spider-Man in it from three different generations, and it was universally praised and made a ton of money. And had it been released in China, probably would have made $2 billion. That's a fact, yo. Necron says it's the difference between being with the hot chick and below standard chick. Theater slash the theater better than the phone. It's facts, yo. They ain't even hot chick and below standard chick. That's like, never mind. I ain't even about to get in trouble. Look, we got Chad Snyder saying in the same week that Marvel is about to drop another bomb in terms of dopeness, DC canceled an upcoming box office bomb. LMAO referring to Wonder Twins. Absolutely, yo. Clown Table be tripping, yo. Tripping. Wonder Twins. Who the hell asked for a Wonder Twins movie? Did any of you guys ask for a Wonder Twins movie? Have any of you guys ever said, yo, look, damn seeing the Green Lantern, right? Damn all these other characters, damn Edric and the Demon or whatever, right? All these other characters that we ain't really, got in this season. Now we want Wonder Twin. Necron saying Chubby is too much. Captain Ramsey saying Toby and Hamada expects The Flash, a movie made despite and hate, to be a success. Yo, that's real talk, yo. This movie was born out of spite and hate, and they try to convince me that it's gonna be good. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Like, I believe in karma, yo. I really do, and I feel like, yo, y'all don't feel like karma been hitting this Flash movie? I don't know. Necron saying, but the Wonder Twins. Bad dancing, Captain Ramsey. I'm still holding out hope. Reshoots will make this movie respectful to the Snyderverse. It only takes 5 minutes to change the entire context. Yeah, like, yo, I don't think it's gonna kill the Snyderverse. Look, I just mean in terms of like this Flash movie. I don't care what it does in terms of the Snyderverse, right? Like, even if it disrespects it, I don't care at this point because Zack's going to be back, and if any fool of a director wants to like disrespect what Zack is, I mean, what he's done right before he comes back, by all means, go ahead and do it, and let us know how you feel, and we'll just deal with you accordingly, right? But yeah, you know, I think that it's gonna reference it, man, and I don't think it's gonna kill it mm, at all. Bad dancing, Ben Affleck's The Batman would have broken 1 billion. Absolutely, easily, easily broken 1 billion. If this Batman movie made 750 million, Ben Affleck's The Batman definitely would have made 100. I mean, 1 billion, man. Especially coming off of the Snyder cut, yo. Absolutely right, Necron. Unnecessary reboot. Got Jane here saying, "How did Batman take a bomb to the face with zero damage?" Man, look, there were so many inconsistencies in that movie. Like, even when he's getting shot, right? Like, there's so many inconsistencies in like his reaction to getting shot by certain guns, right? It's like certain guns, he just kind of like falls back, right? And then another time he gets shot with a bigger gun and he's walking through it. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. That movie channel saying all facts. These are facts. DJ and Chris saying, I feel that Discovery is going to clean up DC and make it thrive. Their share is only $18 right now. I would invest. I think I am. But they have to do something about Ezra Miller as the Flash. Look, you know, all I know is, because look, I put my feelings out there about Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller at that time, I did not know that, there was apparently a mental illness involved, right? That changes how I feel a little bit. I will now say that, I just kind of hope that Ezra gets the help that he needs. And, it's a tough situation. But I do think that if there is a bit of mental illness involved, that there is a route back for him. I just think that he needs to get the help that he needs. And, I hope that he does, because if he does, I feel like he can kind of keep his role. We just all need Ezra to go get some help. And Ezra needs to go get help too. So I would hope that, he can be in a better space. And that's all I'll say about that. Chubby Teddy saying, man, you remember how long it took for Matt Reeves to get that script together, and this was the result. Talk about over promise and under deliver. The whole Matt Reeves process period, right? Of like, how he came onto the movie, and how like the negotiations were, and him walking away, if you guys remember that. And apparently that was over, Warner Brothers wanted him to connect his movie, right? Because look, everybody knows that the money is in a connected universe. So even they were trying to get him to connect his movie, right? But at the same time, they were desperate to get a new vision in there, right? And so they were like, yo, fine. And they caved and it was like, yo, look, come back. You can do your own thing and we'll put it in your contract or whatever, right? But you know, the money is in the shared universe, yo. There is no going back now. Once we saw Batman interacting with each other heroes, we can't just go back to him being by himself anymore, trying to solve riddles and shit. Like, come on, yo. We just saw that man stand off and face against Darkseid. And then a year later, we're having to watch him solve riddles? Like, come on, man. Like, yo, no, 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 no. Sock saying when Zack Snyder comes back, he will be so busy for making both Justice League 2 and 3, Man of Steel 2 and 3, and also his Rebel Moon films. He will be busy for years and deserves it. Honestly, I'm not sure if we're going to get more Rebel Moon beyond part 1 and 2 from him for some time. I think that's why he kind of set up his thing like this, yo. I think he's about to be busy with DC, and he does deserve that. He deserves to have his arc finished, and we deserve to get to see it. And right, Marvel deserves all the credit that they about to get and all this damn success starting this weekend, yo. Because they deserve that too. I'm sorry, man. Like, I gotta respect a company that has moved the way that Disney and Marvel has, right? They've had their ups and downs. They've had plenty of stuff that they put out that I didn't like. But as I've said before, I planned on being done with the MCU after Endgame. That is a fact. I was going to be done. I was like, yo, there's no real reason for me to stick around, right? Because, these characters that are left, I kind of don't care about them as much, right? And then they drop some, I mean, I've liked some of these shows, but seeing, and now seeing that these shows were leading up to like all of these moments, now I like them even more, right? So all this does is give me more hope and for what's coming on this DC side, because I do believe that Zach will be back, and I think that his timeline is gonna be the main one, yo. It's gonna be the main one. Why not? It's the only way that they can compete right now, yo. Matt Reeves can't compete with the MCU. He just showed you that. Bad Dan saying, why was the bomb even able to blow up in his face? Why did he get out the way? Yo, he wasn't the brightest Batman. That's facts. Sickness saying, what's happening, Snyderverse? Yo, what up, Sickness? You get the bicep tap, see, man. What's going on? What's going on? TJ saying, y'all seen the claim that Barry Keegan, I might have butchered his name, wasn't the Joker, like WTF? Why was it advertised as such? Man, look, I think that was a cop out by Matt Reeves, yo. Cause he's sitting there and he's trying to like walk the fence, yo. Like, oh, everybody, I ain't about to. Matt Reeves, man. Hey, I'm out Nolan. We gonna beat the Dark Knight. He said that, man. He said at least Alfred tried to move. You know what I'm saying? TJ saying, what up? Sickness. Bad dancing. I'm kind of excited to see what Zazzle does with this rebooted, connected universe after Zach completes his story. Man, look, I don't even know if he's gonna be there. But if you can sow the seeds, right, and then get everybody in a room to come up with a complete plan. See, because that's something else too, right? Like That's also why I'm pretty 100% sure that Zach's gonna come back. It only makes it makes way too much sense. They're sitting there saying that they want a connected universe, right? With Zach's arrival, you already have a built-in story that you're in the middle of that you can finish, and that'll take you through the next 5 to 6 years, yo. Like, yo, if you stretch this out, right, you can have the next 5 to 6 years worth of content. So you already have a plan that's ready to go, that you're in the middle of. You have a story that you're in the middle of that that you can finish, which gives you time to think about what you're gonna do after it's done. But no, all these people that's saying, oh yeah, they're about to reboot it now, right? They're gonna reboot it now. Why reboot it now and then have to come up with a plan from now until, you know what I mean? Like, your plan, you have to start at the beginning. This one, you can just finish it. And you got 5 to 6 years of content. Justice League 2, Justice League 3, Man of Steel 2, Man of Steel 3, right? Batfleck Project, right? What if the Air Cut is a success and you get a sequel to The Suicide Squad? Or no, excuse me. Wait, no, sorry. Pardon me. I meant Suicide Squad, the first one, right? What if they want to end up bringing David Ayer back? You never know. Anything is on the table. Why not still do a Ryan Choi flick? Like, anything is on the table once Zach comes back. But on the way out, I want this regime to know that, yo, like, look at what happens when you give the fans what they want. They will they will hold you up, and they will boost you up, and they will come. Captain Ramsey, I really do hope Ezra gets therapy and help. Love him as Barry Allen, The Flash, and Credence Bare Bones in the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which are best within films, period. I haven't gotten into the Fantastic Beasts films. I haven't watched any of them. But yeah, Ezra's a good actor, great actor. Chasson, I personally feel that Ezra hasn't done anything unforgivable yet, though it would have been a different story had the girl died from share. But he needs to focus on getting some type of mental health. Yeah, I mean, I agree. And we got a lot of people in here agreeing with the Ezra Miller. Chubby says, man, if Batfleck was a hot chick, he would be a classic babe like Sophia Loren. Battinson, dang, he'd be like Anna Delvey, just another dope. Come on, man. We comparing Battinson and that. Well, from my understanding, Mikey Sutton says Ezra is from Last Scoop. Oh, Mikey Sutton says Ezra is from Last Scoop Center, especially with Zack Snyder in Ezra's corner. If Zack is pulling for Ezra, Ezra will get help. Yeah, everybody loves Zach, and I think that they respect his opinion, so that might hold weight. If one of my big homies called me and was like, "Yo, man, you gotta tighten up, bro," it just sounds a lot different, right? So we got Chad Sniper saying, after the inevitable success of Rebel Moon, I would love it if Zach gets to direct an episode of The Mandalorian or another Star Wars project. Man, um, I don't know if I want Zach to do a Star Wars movie though. Because here's my thing. Because I think that they're gonna limit him, man. Look, I think right now, as you obviously see, Zach doesn't need to be hindered by anything. Is he gonna make some choices that some people don't like? Absolutely. He might even make some choices that I don't like. But I respect giving directors, especially ones that deserve it, their uncompromised vision, yo, because their name's gonna be on the movie. And they're gonna get a lot of the blame, right? These studios don't usually try to take that blame when these movies flop. It be going on the director. So let's keep it a buck. Jason, the original plan for the DCEU was really epic. The 5-movie arc plus the other directors collabing with Zack to get that final Justice League movie was a great setup for billions of dollars. Shame what happened. Yeah, but we just might get some of that back. So never know. Teacher saying, by the way, guys, if you didn't know, Amber is testifying on tomorrow on or Wednesday, while her doctor, who says she suffers from PTSD instead of multiple personalities disorder, will testify tomorrow. Hey, you know, I got PTSD. I be telling people, I'm pretty open about it, but that's not an excuse for crapping in a bed, That was a little. We need our likes to equal viewership right now. Facts, me, y'all smash that like button. See, I don't even be saying that. I'm still getting used to all this. You know what I'm saying? I just being here vibing with y'all. Chad saying, honestly, as much as I want Mr. Freeze for the Batman Part 2, would he even fit well into the Reeves verse, considering how grounded this universe is? Look, that's what I'm saying too, man. Like, we just got a ultra grounded Batman, yo. And then we're about to turn around and get another one after we just got this this more fantasy Batman, right? But fantasy Batman done right. And now what's his cold gun gonna look like? Is he gonna really have to stay in the cold? What's gonna be the Nora Freeze angle? Is he gonna freeze all the water that flooded Gotham, and had him out there ice skating like Batman and Robin? Tell me y'all remember that scene where there was ice skating in his lair. Oh my God, yo. Jason, I never thought in my life I would see a serious Batman movie where we see Batman running like a normal person. Swear I've always seen Batman crouch running with his cape covered. Yo, this is not only does he run like a normal person, but he walks and he uses doors too, people. He uses doors too. They really thought that was going to compete with the MCU, right? Sandwiched in between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange multiverse of madness with the X-Men. Chad and Freeze would fit a lot more naturally into the Snyderverse. Everything fits more naturally into the Snyderverse, yo. Because Snyder is the gold standard. Cinema. Okay? Chicken saying TJ. All right, this is our chance to make things right. Facts. Batman saying maybe David Ayer's Gotham City Sirens project and Slapshot. You never know, yo. I think there's some people talking about, that Margot Robbie won't work with David Ayer again. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know this. Harley was most popular under David Ayer's stewardship. Chubby Teddy saying, slap shot. Necron is here, aka Return of the Mac, baby. Return of the Mac. Yes, I got it. Koopy Malek, what's going on, yo? You get the bicep tap too, yo. Yeah, right. Sock saying Zack Snyder be perfect for either Ghost Rider or Punisher. Man, I think a Zack Snyder Punisher would be crazy. I think a Zack Snyder Punisher would be absolutely insane. Captain Ramsey saying the day Zack directs a Star Wars film, the internet will take years to recover. Yo, I don't think they're gonna be able to recover from what's about to happen when he come back to DC. Yo, y'all saw that shit that Jay Oliva posted, right? The internet not ready. Y'all know what he talking about. I'm telling you, yo, it's gonna be. I'm acting ass when that movie get yo. When yo, I don't care if I'm at work. I'm leaving work early. I don't care, and I'm saying that on the internet. I don't care. Somebody from my job was watching. Hey, I don't care. I'm leaving. I'm coming straight home and I'm hopping on a live stream for 6 hours. Yo, Koopy saying he getting down with the sickness. Sox saying, oh no, Chad saying Sox. Didn't Mikey say Feige wanted Zach for Ghost Rider slash Midnight Suns? That would be insane. Man, look, I just don't think that they about to get Zach for anything anytime soon, yo. Afterwards, you know what I'm saying? Cause cause look, that would really be the way that Zach could kind of cement himself as like the greatest comic book movie director of all time, which he arguably already is. But you know, because you could say like, you know, 300, Watchmen, Man of Steel, BVS, Snyder Cut, right? Pretty much like almost batting 1,000, right? So, you know, would he want to take that last, like, check that last box of going over there and doing a Marvel movie? I don't know. But if he did, I'm showing up. And that's facts. Um, Chubby Teddy saying, you know what would be justice in a Shawshank Redemption sort of way? Zax makes his Fountainhead movie using all the cast of Firefly and Buffy, and they give the typical raving fans working with him. Yo, um, that would be crazy, yo. Necron saying, "Give me that Ben Affleck Arkham Knight style movie." Man, look, they said, y'all see how like Matt Reeves totally stole that whole club fighting scene out of Dark Knight, man. Like, it's crazy, yo. Ben Affleck was the only one with that Arkham fight style, yo. You especially saw it in BBS, like especially on that shot when he's like fighting like multiple people, you know, instead of fighting them one at a time. There's so much stuff about that movie, yo. Batman shot a guy. Everybody acts like they don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I brought that up on a panel, and everybody was like, "He didn't shoot a guy." I'm like, "Yes, he did. He was wrestling with one of the Riddler goons over a gun, and they shot the other one off the top of it." And I'm like, "Bro, he shot a guy." But everybody act like they ain't happen. Nah, but the fight choreography was so amazing. Man, look, the warehouse scene is the best Batman fighting scene ever. The only one that's gonna top it is the potential Batman versus Deathstroke that we're gonna get, because that fight's gonna be off the chain, right? Chad said instead of walking, Batman's gonna be slipping and sliding all over Gotham. Yeah, after Mr. Freeze all the water from the flood, right? He gonna be ice skating around Gotham. Chubby Teddy said, "Man, Chad Snyderverse is on point. I don't want that Shanky and W. Patterson fighting Man Bat. That would be a waste of an amazing villain. We ain't gonna get no Man Bat putting messing with Matt Reeves, yo." Also, Fresh saying, "Sorry, I'm late. What's up, Eric Mailman? Look, you right on time, yo. As long as you're here, you get the bicep tap too." What up to Osa Fresh? We got Bad Dancing. Hot take. I'm fine with Snyder finishing his story in a pocket universe with everything WB put him through. Zach deserves unrestricted freedom going forward. Bad Dan. I don't think that those two things have to be mutually exclusive, though, right? Like, I think that he's gonna get freedom to do whatever he wants, but I think that, like, why not have that be the main, like it just makes no sense for, to me, right, for that to not be the main timeline. Right? It just makes no sense to me for that not to be the main timeline. Like it's the biggest thing that they have going on right now. I bet you, if you could ask them, and I mean Warner Brothers Discovery, because they saw the numbers from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Best believe that they they have those books, right? They have books going back decades, right? So they absolutely have all the information from what the movie did last year. I bet you if you ask them, hey, would you rather have put out Matt Reeves the Batman theatrically, or would you rather have did a global theatrical run for the Snyder Cut? I bet you they'd have chose the Snyder Cut. I bet you they'd have chose it. I think it would have made more money. As is, yes. I don't care what you guys say. I think if you left that movie in theaters long enough, which it would have had legs, people would have, yeah, it'd have made more than $750 million, guaranteed. With it being 4 hours, I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. Oh, the theater showings. I don't care. Cooper saying, "Oh, so fresh." What up? What up, everybody? Everybody saying, "What's up?" Jay saying, Ben's Batman is a perfect balance between realism and fantasy. But no, we get a hunched 30-year-old emo who stands around waiting for people telling him, for waiting for people to tell him what to do. He literally gets so many things pointed out to him, and he's supposed to be like this great detective, right? He didn't even catch the bad guy. The Riddler turned himself in. Like, he didn't do that. Like, yo, I don't know, man. Koopy saying Zack Snyder do Punisher or Ghost Rider. Oh, please. That'd be a movie to watch. Absolutely, yo. Yeah. TJ saying we don't need Zack Snyder to direct Star Wars. He's giving us Rebel Moon. My point exactly, yo. Like, I think that Rebel Moon is about to be something crazy. And I think that that's why he's shooting it back to back, and the cast seems so big. I I think that the front half of the cast is going to be like that was announced is going to be the main part of the cast for the first movie, and then I think that a bunch of the people that were announced later are going to be part of the second movie mostly. But that movie's going to be special, man. Zach loves sci-fi, right? And he wanted to do a Star Wars movie, and they said no. And he went and he said, "Hold my beer." You know what I'm saying? So I'm super hyped, and I'm cool with him never doing a Star Wars movie. Long as we getting this, long as we getting Rebel Moon, yo, because I think this shit gonna be better than Star Wars, especially these last movies, especially the Last Jedi. Look, I'm sorry, I don't want to trigger. I don't want to get triggered. The Last Jedi just really hurt my feelings, y'all. She's saying David Ayer would kill it with the Punisher. That's another one, right? He said David Ayer would be an interesting choice to direct the Batman film for Ben Affleck. Look, if Ben doesn't want to do it, right, I'm gonna be cool with whoever he picks because I'm pretty sure that he picked whoever. But I really want Ben to do it. That's my first choice. I think Ben's a great filmmaker, and so I want to see it. Koopy saying TJ would be super awesome if Zach paid attention to the fan reimagine fight of Vader and Obi-Wan and put it in Rebel Moon. Oh man. Captain Ram saying that BVS warehouse fight scene is sexy AF. that was just a taste of what Ben is capable of. Make the Batfleck movie. I wholeheartedly agree, yo. Wholeheartedly. Also said, I think Snyder has the only material to be successful theatrically, though. Hmm. Look, I think he's gonna probably do. Um, he's gonna probably do the Man of Steel movies, at least the second one, right? Nah, man, yo, look, I think if you like, yo, you only got to do a couple things, yo. You do like a limited run of the Snyder Cut in theaters, right? You release the air cut, right? And I think you do like I think some of that stuff can be in theaters, yo. If you market it properly, like yo, if the air cut is successful, which I think it will be, that might really having people. I mean, that might really have people take a second look at that Harley Quinn character, yo. And what if they want more Joker? If Jared Leto is going to be in the Ben Affleck Batman movie, do you want that on a streaming service? Or would you rather that be like theatrical? Yo, if you're gonna give me a choice between Ben and Robert theatrically, I'm gonna take Ben. I think a whole lot of people would have taken Ben too, but you know they served us this. They saying Ben had a 20 plus combo in that warehouse scene. Absolutely, yo, absolutely. Necron saying Zack Snyder's Justice League crashed the damn HBO Max servers. What other movie has? Don't tell me the Batman did better. Toby and Emmerich in there changing the books. Look, yo, they in there cooking them books, yo. They in there trying to make that movie look as bad as possible. They said everything did better. That damn Tina Turner documentary, right? They saying Peacemaker did better. It's just like whatever, right? They saying everything did better. Euphoria, right? All this stuff. But they won't release the numbers though. They won't release them. Bad dancing. I just don't want them trying to incorporate Aquaman, Wonder Woman 84, the Suicide Squad, and Birds of Prey into the Snyderverse. Yo, I don't think they are. I think, look, I think at this point they're just gonna pretend like that stuff is other universes until this Flash movie comes out, right? Ooh. Because yeah, you can just easily say that's a separate universe. Those are branching universes, right? But look, I do get what you're saying back then. I do get what you're saying because I mean, Wonder Woman 84 and the Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. Yeah, I didn't like any of those. I did like Aquaman, but at the same time, there is some definite differentiating factors between those two movies that makes one canon and one not. Koopy Malik saying Zack Snyder DC drama starring superhero characters versus MCU superhero movie starring hit and miss characters who role play as superheroes. I'll take Zack Snyder's DC movies all the way. Yeah, I would too. The only problem is Koopy Malik is that, Warner Brothers in DC tried to go away from Zack Snyder and tried to copy what Marvel was doing, and that's what you never do. You never look to the left or right of you and see what somebody else is doing and start trying to copy them. That's not the way that you win. That's not the way that you succeed. The way that you win and that you succeed is by innovating and doing your own thing, not trying to copy what somebody else is doing, because then you're always behind and you're not setting the trend, you're following it. right? And that old regime is about to get a big smack in the face come Friday because their competitors put out a movie with the same budget that's going to make way more money. All these people that's trying to defend the Batman, y'all can act like, oh, well, there's two different things. And, this is just establishing a universe. And this is part of that. Does not, you think them people care about any of that? They care about bottom lines. We just put out a superhero movie for 200 million. They just put out a superhero movie for 200 million. Their movie made $1.5 billion. Ours made half of that. Captain Ramsey saying, I'll be honest, I really hate idea of Zach having an HBO Max exclusive. His DC films need to be experienced on the big screen. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a thing for too much longer. I just don't. That movie channel saying he's supposed to be this great detective and they really turned himself in. That's because they was copying Seven, yo. Once again, not setting trends, but following them. Right? Shelby Taylor saying, honestly, the way Disney has cheapened the Star Wars brand, Zach having his name associated to the Star Wars brand could water down his own brand. Yeah, I don't even want to see him over there. Chaz and Captain Ramsey, I agree. Zach visuals require the biggest screen, especially since this is a damn Justice League that we're talking about. I feel it, Joe. He did that aspect ratio on purpose. And yeah, you don't try to limit him. Neckground saying Zazev sending it all to the theaters. He ain't playing. I agree. Chad saying ain't no effing way that whack ass new Mortal Kombat movie did better than the Snyder Cut. He said that was probably my most disappointing film last year. And then he said I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. Bad Dan saying I gotta go to bed. Great. I know. I gotta go at bedtime. Great show, Skywalker. Shout out to you, Bad Dan. You get the bicep taps. You know what I'm saying? You already know what's up. Much love and respect, and go get some rest. I know you just moved into that new place. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait till we start getting some more of them singing videos. You know what I'm saying? From that new setup, right? Koopy Malik saying, "Take care, Batman." Yep. Koopy Malik saying, correctly stated, Skywalker, if life taught us anything, is that copycat product are doomed to fail than the original. Just stick to your original idea. Yeah, man, like, it's just like a self-repeating thing, right? Like, if you are always focusing on what somebody else is doing, then you're always going to be behind. That is the way that you get ahead, is by focusing on yourself and trying to innovate and trying to do something different than what everybody else has done. Like, if I want my superheroes to crack jokes and stuff, I'll go watch a Marvel movie. I don't want Batman cracking jokes. Captain Ramsey saying, while I thought Matt Reeves' The Batman was a phenomenal film, nobody asked for a reboot. We wanted to see Ben continue after Zack Snyder's Justice League. Absolutely, it was an unnecessary reboot. It did not have to be made, and that's why it was mid and it got mid results. Yo, like, it is what it is. Ray saying, "What's up?" He said, "Yep, Reeves will not hold up as well as Burton, Snyder, Nolan. People only were desperate for a taste of Batman." I agree, yo. Like, that movie was mid, and no, what they were like really, really desperate for was you had a a a big amount of people that wanted something different than what Zack Snyder was offering. And not even because like, oh, like, they just wanted to prove us wrong. Look, we have haters. Okay, the entire Snyderverse culture and crew and community, right? We have a lot of haters, right? Because we've had people that have like, kind of poked at our fandom, right? And then like that's usually what happens. They'll come through, make some kind of crazy comment, trying to rile up Snyder fans, and then when some Snyder fans get riled up, then they want to point the finger and saying, "Hey, you know, um, see, look at them Snyder fans. They're so toxic. They're so toxic." Hold up. TJ saying Jay Olivia needs to expand on that Deathstroke image he dropped. And not only did he drop that Deathstroke image, but he also dropped the elbow on that hater the other day. Right? Like these people just say things, or they be like, "Oh yeah, I know film, and Snyder doesn't know this," and we do the move, right? So we have so many things that are going against us, right? We have these people that are anti-Snyder, right? Because a lot of these like film writers and these screenwriters and these film directors, right, that ain't made nothing but something that ain't nobody but two people seen, right? They feel a certain way about Zach, right? Zach is an in shape guy. He's like a jock. Everybody loves him, right? He always working out. All the actors love working with him. And not only that, right? But he tells stories visually. See, think about that, right? Think about that. You have a lot of screenwriters that be getting mad at this guy because he's like a visual storyteller, right? He can literally tell you a story within the frames of his film, right? So you have people that, want all these things explained to you by using dialogue, right? Which you still get that in Snyder's movies too, but you also get a whole lot more if you're watching the movie and if you're watching the visuals and if you're looking at the entire frames, right? So he tells stories within his frames. And so that's why you have a lot of disgruntled like writers and stuff that tend to speak ill of him. You want to know who never really speaks ill of him? Like cinematographers. It's always either like these screenwriters or these damn directors who ain't really directed nothing that anybody has seen like of note, right? It's never even his contemporaries, right? If you see Christopher Nolan loves this guy. Everybody loves Nolan though, right? Everybody loves Nolan, but why don't everybody love when Nolan backs Zach though? Right? But all this stuff is from this old regime, yo. They're all like this is what this where all this stuff came from. And I don't want to let that part get lost that, this weekend is about to be the final nail in their coffin, yo. Like, hey guys, look, this is what you passed up on. Doing a cohesive universe to try to go do these side projects in these separate universes. TJ saying, look, I desire three things from Warner Brothers Discovery: the Schumacher cut, a Deathstroke film, and a Val's universe. Yes, I'm so. Hey, that all be dope. I think that Schumacher cut's gonna come too. I think it's just a matter of time. Not sure if it's gonna be like super soon, but I do think that's gonna come. Cookie Malik's all with it. Necron says, rattle the cage, then cry when they get the tiger strike. Facts, yo. Captain Ramsey saying, haters equal make clown slash outlandish statements, gets rightly corrected or proven wrong, plays victim, repeat. That is the That is the anti-life equation, it seems like, right? By the way, we're watching Young Justice. I haven't seen Young Justice, but I am a fan of DC's animated stuff, though, so I'll probably checking that out. Ray saying Zach haters are under 20, children are out of shape, 40 plus, man, children, or women with ridiculous hair colors. Yo, y'all be having no chill in here, yo. She's just saying, I know where the haters live in Betamax heaven. Oh my God. Yo, y'all ain't got no chill. Cooper Madison, he's a damn dude still in Betamax, not even moved on to VHS shit. Facts, yo. Like it's crazy, man. Like it's really crazy. Um, I just think that, it's really funny because speaking about the ages, yo, even if you look back at how all this happened, I think that, pretty much just a lot of the DCEU fans were just older people that was not on social media, right? And then, you kind of had WB react to, like, look, and just think if Disney would have reacted the way that Warner Brothers has with their projects, right? Like, would they be here right now? Would they still be having, right, this much engagement with their stuff? Like, look, they got me rewatching shows right now. All in anticipation for this movie coming out. Right? Oh, my goodness, yo. It's just so unfortunate, right? I would love nothing more than to be in a theater, right? Like screaming and hollering with all my, you know, other like fucking DC fans and to my left and right and behind me and in front of me and everything, right? And we all just be experiencing this stuff and all be feeling good. But like those days have like it ain't been like that in like a while, yo. Just think about this. Like, what last DC movie were you able to go to and like really see with a big crowd and everybody enjoyed it? Ask yourself that question. Like, what was the last DC movie that you went to go see in a packed theater and just enjoyed it? Don't worry, I'll wait. Jesus said they haven't moved on yet. Ray said yes. Marvel Phase One was mediocre. Aside Iron Man and Incredible Hulk, those two movies was dope, yo. Yeah, no, I like the first Thor movie too. I'm not gonna let you get away with that, Ray. I did like the first Thor, so sorry, but Captain America one was kind of mid, so do agree with that. TJ saying good night, bicycle. Yo, you already know, TJ. You know, good night. Thanks for sliding through. You already know. Much love. Much love. Catch you next time. You know what I'm saying? Ray saying the answer to your question is probably Wonder Woman, right? Honestly, I think mine was probably BBS, yo. I saw that at the Chinese theater. It was packed, and everybody loved it. And that was even the theatrical version. Everybody loved it. Man, they was in there screaming, going crazy, right? Like, saw it opening weekend. I mean, Aquaman. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Aquaman. Everybody kind of liked that one too, but yeah, I don't know. BBS hit different, but Wonder Woman too, yo. Fantastic movie. Wait, no. Well, Wonder Woman came out after BBS. What am I talking about? Yeah, it probably is Wonder Woman. Necron saying Dark Knight. Cooper Malik saying, if Disney be as reactionary as Warner Brothers, we will see their movies consistent reboot after reboot, right? Captain Ramson, Jay Oliva even said Warner Brothers listened to the wrong crowd and that made them abandon Snyder's plan. But if the fans are as vocal as the haters, which we are, true change can happen. Yeah, yo, we just gotta drown all the other shit out. See, to see, to see that's kind of the thing, though, right? It didn't used to be like a movie had to like make money and make everybody happy. It used to just have to make money, right? So this whole it kind of changed where like with the right, because look, just think about Transformers, right? How much money, look, the critics kept bashing those movies and bashing them, right? But they kept giving them to us with Michael Bay. Why? Because they were making money. That's the way Hollywood used to act, right? Like it used to just be, hey, if you're making money, then there's no reason to kind of switch it up, right? Because people can talk all they want to, but if the fans are showing up and the fans want more, the fans have the ultimate decision to to either patronize this product or to not patronize it. So, but with Snyder movies, no, they had to be huge and everybody had to love them. And if every single person didn't love them, we're gonna reboot. Like it's crazy, man. Stupidity, right? Captain America, and yes, Captain America, the first Avenger was definitely mid, but the Winter Soldier was so great. Yeah, yeah. Captain America was mid. I'm just gonna argue about Thor. I did like the first Thor a lot. I thought that Kenneth Branagh did a great job with that movie. That movie channel says DC's Batman v Superman was the last film that I saw that was packed and received a standing ovation. So it's been a long time. Yeah, I don't think Wonder Woman got a standing ovation, but BVS definitely did, and I was at a huge theater, and I was asking the ushers like, "Yo, has this been the reaction?" It was like, "Yo, every single time this movie ends, it's getting a standing ovation." So, hey, Chubby Tan said, "Hey y'all, I got to bounce. Nice seeing everyone. Great stream, Skywalker. Yo, thanks for coming through, yo. I'm about to shut it down in about 10-15 minutes, but thanks for coming through. Much respect. I should be back on regular time next week, y'all. I like them Sunday streams. TJ coined it, Sunday service. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I be having a lot of stuff going on, and I be super busy. And yeah, I had this procedure today that I was prepping for last night, and yeah, I just couldn't. I was in no shape to be on here streaming. Um, Racing they stopped when audiences got tired of Transformers. Absolutely, but as long as they were making money, they kept making the movies. Is what I'm saying. As long as they were making money, right? Chad said, I ain't gonna lie, I up with the first three Bayformers films. Yo, I like the first two, especially. First two is super dope. I don't care. Right. Necron saying good reviews ain't paying the bills. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, would you rather have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and your movie makes no money, or would you rather have a 0% and your movie is the biggest movie of all time? Like, I don't understand why this whole thing changed with the Snyder film, right? Where all of a sudden it, you know, they had to make a bunch of money and make everybody happy. This go old regime, y'all. This is what I'm saying. This is why multiverse, um, Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness is about to really put the final nail in that old regime's coffin, yo. Like these are the reasons why. Look at what they've done. And right as this merger closed, they're about to get smacked on the butt on the way out. Like, take that with you, right? Captain Ramsey, I love the first Thor film also, right? Chad saying the four, not so much, and the five one, definitely not. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, the Transformers. Oh yeah, yeah. I feel that. I really love the first two though. Necron saying first Thor captured the majesty and majesticness of the character. He was just a big old clown. Yeah, he wasn't a big old clown. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I think that they really went backwards with the Thor movies, yo. Like the first one was really good, and the second one I really didn't like, and I felt like they should have brought Kenneth Branagh back for the third one, right? But they kind of went the other way and brought Taika Waititi in, and I'm not a big fan of his humor. So Thor Ragnarok really didn't work for me. But so it's just at that point where I really feel um that first Thor movie is great, and the other ones just really didn't land. Captain Ryan saying in-game and Ragnarok trash his character, and in-game is just trash in my uh, opinion. It does not age well at all, but Infinity War is leagues better. Infinity War is leagues better, and I will say the in-game definitely didn't age as well. Because I mean I have it on 4K, and I'll definitely watch Infinity War before I would watch Endgame again. Sis saying, I got to bounce. Night, everyone. Night says holocron. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm about to shut this down, though. I just want to touch on this part last before I do. Um, you know, for anybody that can or that is interested in checking out this Doctor Strange movie, I would ask you guys that I think that we should all kind of patronize this movie and go see it and support a studio that's actually trying to give their fans what they want. And because I would just love it if this thing is like a great big slap in the face to Toby Emmerich. I would love that. I would love for him to have to explain why he didn't have his multiverse going, right? Why he don't have his universe going, right? Like, I'm sure he's had to kind of touch on some of these things, but I would love for those conversations, to just keep happening. So, also saying in game age like milk to me. Hey, facts. But it's the biggest movie of all time until Avatar come back out, and then the rightful king will be back on his throne. But yeah, just go check out Doctor Strange on Friday. You know what I'm saying? I will be doing a review this weekend, a non-spoiler one. You know, maybe a spoilers one. I'm not sure, but we're gonna check that out. But look, just keep up the hope, guys. Warner Brothers Discovery is definitely about to give us what we want. All we gotta do is be a little bit more patient. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody wants announcements and all that stuff. But these things are gonna work themselves out. There was 100-day plan that kept being talked about, and it seems like we keep coming back to this, 100-day plan. So I think everybody should just chill and have a little bit of patience, and just enjoy this Doctor Strange movie. Captain Ramsey saying Multiverse of Madness is going to get all the coins, mine included. Necron saying Doctor Strange 2, Sam Raimi, enough said. Yo, I'm serious, man. Like, I think that this movie's about to do gangbusters, yo. So I'm really looking forward to it, and we gonna check it out. Look, I want to thank everybody that came through the live. I want to thank everybody in advance that's gonna catch the replay. You already know I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Everybody that likes, comments, shares, retweets, anything, yo. I love you guys, yo. Y'all all part of the extended Snyderverse family. You know what I'm saying? And we will all join one another in the sun one day. And it's coming sooner rather than later. You know what I'm saying? So Chad saying good night. Good night to you, yo. Hope everybody has a wonderful night and a great productive day tomorrow. We gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Keep up the hope, keep up the optimism. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful time. We in here, baby. We ain't going nowhere, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing. All right. So peace out to everybody. Good night, and thanks for showing up. You know what I'm saying? That you all y'all. You already know. Much love and appreciation. Good night.